this session of data management and analysis course. Remember, in our first session, we talked about what data means. We said that there are facts. We talked about what data management means, and we said that it is the process of organizing our data. And we went ahead and saw how a good database should be. It should be normalized. And we went ahead and studied the first normal form. So this session, we are going to look at the process of making your database be in a second normal form, or the process of normalizing your data set. What do you mean by your database or your table being in a second normal form? A database is in a second normal form if there are no relationships in the non-primary key with the primary key. Or in other words, we say that if there is no partial dependency. Let me write it again. Second, no normal form. First of all, a database should be in first it must be in the first normal form before it is in second normal form. That is the first condition. And then another thing is that there should be no partial dependency. There should be no or none. None, partial dependency. What do you mean by non-partial dependency? Let us look at an example. We have a table which comprises of 3 columns or 3 variables, and these are the student ID, we have the first name, and then we have the second name. Okay? Sorry for that. We have a table of the student ID, the course ID, and then the course cost. You can call it fee. Okay? This table is storing the data for students, their course, and then the course fee. Okay? And we have a student can offer 2 or 3 courses. Here we have student with ID 1, he's offering course with ID 1, and the course fee is, say, $500. This same student is also offering course ID 2, and the cost of this course is $1,000. Then the second student is offering a course with a course ID of 4, and the cost of the course is $200. Then this same student is offering a course with a course ID of 3, and his course cost is $750 USD. And then we go to the third student. A student with an ID of 3 is offering a course with an ID of 5, and the cost of this course is $1,000 USD. Then this same student with student ID 3 is also offering course ID 3, and it is $750. Okay. Here, remember, we say that a table is not in second normal form if there are non-partial dependencies. What do you mean by non-partial dependencies? Here, we are going to look at these variables. These columns, they are not primary keys, they are non-key primary key variables in the table. Okay? Now, we can see that there is a relationship between the course ID and the course cost. For example, the value of the cost of the course is dependent on the course ID. Okay? $1,000 is the cost of the course is dependent on which course the student has picked. So there's a relationship. So there is a dependency, and these are non-primary keys, and there is a relationship between this variable and what? And this variable. So for us, we call it we see this table and we say that there is a dependency. So in such a situation, you must make it into a second normal form by eliminating the partial dependency. You must make sure that there is no partial dependency. So, how can we make this table to be into a second normal form? How can we make this table to be in a second normal form? We are going to create another table, and this table will only contain the course fee details. Okay? We shall remove this and then we put it into a different table. Okay? Here we are going to have the fee table, the course fee table, because we want to have a table where there is non-partial dependency. Okay? Because we see that there is a dependency between the course ID and the what? And the course cost. So we are going to have another table called the course fee table, and this table will have the course fee, and then it will have the ID, Remember, the ID is a unique identifier. Okay? So we have remember the student ordered for, in this table there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay? So this table, we are going to have a unique identifier, okay, of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay? For this unique identifier, we shall have 500. Okay? For this one, we shall have 1000. For this record, we shall have 1000. This one we shall have 200. Okay?